Coates family and the Clayton County community to its core. 11-year-old Tatiana Coates and 15-year-old Davion Coates were shot and killed by gang members as they slept in their beds. The gang members traveled from DeKalb County to the Libby Lane address in search of DeAndre Mitchell to retaliate for the theft of guns that he took from an apartment in DeKalb County. For over a year and a half, Clayton County detectives worked tirelessly on this investigation with several of our federal, state, local law enforcement partners. They've sent representatives who are here today next to me. I'm the third chief to lead the Clayton County Police Department during the process of this investigation, and I have to recognize my predecessors, Chief Joseph Woodall and Chief Michael Register, for their leadership of our agency during this trying time. Additionally, I would like to thank our law enforcement partners, the Clayton County District Attorney's Office, the Clayton County Sheriff's Office, the DeKalb County Police Department, the Chattanooga Police Department, the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, the United States Marshal's Office, and the FBI Safe Streets Task Force. The collaborative efforts of these agencies resulted in the indictment that I previously mentioned. Captain Stephen Schindler of the Clayton County Police Department will provide a detailed timeline of events related to the investigation and the homicide.
Thank you, Chief. Hello, my name is Stephen Schindler. I'm with the Criminal Investigation Division of Clayton County Police Department, and basically we're going to let you know a little bit of information concerning the investigation of this case. However, I cannot go into specific details, for this is an ongoing investigation, so just bear with me in reference to that. In October of 2016, here in Clayton County, specifically on the 22nd day of October 2016, at Libby Lane, we had a double homicide involving the two juvenile children that the chief just mentioned. Upon our detectives arriving to the scene, the investigation began. It has been a very long, strenuous investigation which has encompassed many additional agencies concerning this case. I would also like to acknowledge Chattanooga Police Department, because following the homicide that occurred within Clayton County, there was gang activity that occurred in Chattanooga where there was a drive-by shooting. During that drive-by shooting, a weapon was dropped at the scene. That weapon subsequently was linked to our homicide. And in reference to continuing many interviews, many contacts, we were able to link numerous individuals, which we were able to then form an indictment and also take warrants against these certain individuals for the charge of murder involved with this case. Like I said, I cannot go into specific details concerning this case due to the fact that we still currently have it under investigation. But that's where we stand at, and I'm going to turn it back over to Chief Roberts at this time.
We'll have statements from District Attorney Tracy Lawson.
Hey, good morning. As he said, I'm Tracy Graham Lawson. I'm the District Attorney here for the Clayton Judicial Circuit. A 54-count indictment was true-billed yesterday, charging 11 people with a variety of charges relating to the murders of the Coates children. All 11 have been arrested or are in custody, 9 of whom are charged with their murder as parties to the crime. This represents a continuous collaborative effort between the Clayton County Police Department, the Clayton County DA's office, the Clayton County Sheriff's Department, and all these other agencies that have been named in order to solve the tragic murder of these children who were innocently sleeping in their beds. The defendants should be on an arraignment calendar either in May or June, and then a trial calendar in either June or July. Thank you.
With this statement, we'll open the floor for questions.
Chief, how did the gang members know about the theft of the firearms and who they believe took them?
This case originally started out with an individual juvenile that came down from Chattanooga, Tennessee to live in Clayton County. That individual was involved with gang activity, and he ended up actually stealing guns from members of a gang within DeKalb County. When he stole those weapons, he then went back to Chattanooga, and that's when Chattanooga got involved, that is Chattanooga PD, after the drive-by shooting happened in their jurisdiction.
Has someone informed the mother of the Coates children of the indictment?
Absolutely.
If so, what was her reaction?
Absolutely. We've been in contact with the Coates family. They were not able to be here today, but there is some small piece of solace that they've received from the progress of the case so far.
Can you explain the relationship between DeAndre Mitchell, who was the one who stole the guns, and these children? Was this a retaliation thing because they couldn't find him, or what was the situation there?
We haven't concluded that completely. They were there with a friend. It was a family friend. DeAndre's family was. He came down and he went to DeKalb County and conducted the theft and returned to that residence, causing the gang members to return to that residence searching from him. It's unclear whether they knew exactly that those juveniles were to be targeted. We believe it might have been a case that they were there searching for DeAndre and thought that he was in one of the beds.
They were utterly innocent kids with no connection whatsoever to gangs, the victims. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Can you expand on that?
Once again, being that they were visiting with another family, there's no way they could know the harm that was coming their way. So, as you said, they were totally victims in this entire situation.
What does this say about the gang problem in Metro Atlanta and Georgia in general?
It says that there is a gang presence and that all law enforcement agencies should be aware and take appropriate action to mitigate any type of similar incidents in the future. We cannot pretend that these things don't exist.
With that said, you got 11 gang members off the streets now. Are they being actively investigated for possibly other crimes? Would there be more charges perhaps against these individuals?
We believe so.
Are all 11 defendants in this indictment members of the same set of the same gang?
That I can't confirm.
Yes, sir. They are.
Can you step to the mic and say that?
Yes, we have associated all of these individuals that have been indicted as a member of a gang. I'm not going to name that gang and
The
give it
same
credence.
gang.
That is correct, yes,
The
sir.
gang mentioned in the arrest warrant.
That is correct, yes, sir.
The fact that teacher from DeKalb County Schools is one of the defendants. How horrifying, what was your reaction?
We were absolutely flabbergasted, I'll be honest with you, to come to the realization that we had a fifth grade teacher in a public school teaching children to be part of this. And so, yes, it took our breath away.
Can you give us details on how that arrest went down at the school?
I would like to thank the Clayton County Sheriff's Department because they're the ones that apprehended the individual. And he was taken into custody at the school, and he was brought back here to the police department in order for us to attempt to speak with him in reference to this case.
Did he make statements?
I'm not going to go into that right now. That's something that we're not going to divulge.
With that individual, we talked to DeKalb County Schools. They told us in 2017 he passed background checks not only once but twice. They showed no criminal history. Does that seem surprising in your knowledge to hear he had no criminal history?
Well, first off, I cannot speak for DeKalb County and what their policies and procedures are in reference to vetting their employees, so I can't speak to that. But, you know, our investigation, we know what our investigation has revealed, and that will come out at a later time in trial.
Does that show criminal history? Can we say that?
I'm not going to make a comment in reference to criminal
Can I
history.
put it this way? Would a thorough search of public records show criminal history for Michael Deshaun White?
I can't comment on that now.
Thank you for that, Captain Schindler. This concludes the press conference at this time. I appreciate your attendance. And Clayton County will be a safer place as a result of the indictment that has taken place. Thank you.
Thank you.